Today's episode will feature more than 20 amazing eShop deals that you can get right now. As always, I'll recap the deals that have carried over from last week at the end of the news spotlights. Hey everyone, I'm JP and this is Good Talk HQ. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and become part of our extended family here on YouTube. It's free to you and it means the world to us. We're a growing community of gamers and we all love great deals. Plus, each week we offer 2 free eShop gift cards to our subscribers. All you have to do is sub, drop a like on the video, and leave a comment so I can find you and put you on the list. And if you've been here before, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming back to hang out with us again, and it means more than we can say in words, but we try with to thank you. Alright folks, and share the love with somebody else who might like some deals as well. But without any further ado, let's jump into today's list and try to find some deals. Alright, I'm going to start today's list off with one of our favorites. We featured it here a few weeks ago, but it's back on sale. Bot Vice. This is an arcade-style shooter with a top-down view and offers roughly 5 to 6 hours of gameplay. This is a fast-paced, chaotic shooter with an amazing pixel art graphic style and a 90s soundtrack. It offers 3 different difficulty modes for different levels of experience, and it has a few bonus missions that you can unlock as well. This is a great value, and right now it's on sale for just $199, marked down 80% until July 8th. Alright, next up we have Binarystar Infinity. This is a 1-bit shoot 'em up from Forever Entertainment, available for 1 to 2 players in local co-op, and will take players roughly 2 to 3 hours to finish. The game has 8 exciting missions, each culminating in a unique and challenging boss battle. There's split-screen co-op and unlockable modes as well, but the most unique feature is the ability to switch between the horizontal and vertical modes on the fly. You can get Binarystar Infinity on sale for just $249 until July 15th. Alright, and next up we have The Bridge. This is a single-player experience that is technically a 2D platformer, but it's more of a puzzle-style game revolving around bending reality to your will to complete each stage. Players will be able to rotate and shake the environment, which will cause the world to rotate around, and gravity shifts based on the orientation and where you align the screen. And this mechanic is used to solve all of the 40+ stages in the game, but it really can put your mind to the test. If you like these types of games, The Bridge is currently on sale for just $199, marked down 80% until July 6th. Alright, next up we have Butcher. This is a fast-paced, single-player, 2D platform shooter that will take players roughly 5 to 6 hours to complete. This is a love letter to classic platform shooters from the 80s and has an amazing soundtrack that will get you pumped up to kill waves of enemies. This game is all about brutal action, and it delivers one of the most challenging experiences that we've had thus far. Not only are the enemies trying to kill you, but the stages try to kill you as well, so your reflexes are always being put to the test. If you're interested in Butcher, make sure to grab it up before July 12th, marked down 80% for just $199. Alright, and next up we have the Count Lucanor. This is an extremely dark, 1-player retro-style 2D adventure game with a top-down view and a main story that will last roughly 3 or 4 hours depending on how many puzzles you find and solve. This is an immersive tale of a young boy named Hans who's eager to set out on his first big adventure, but it's not long before the adventure turns nightmarish and things become more and more horrific as time goes on. This is definitely not a kid-friendly game, so parents keep that in mind when making your decisions. Right now you can get the Count Lucanor on sale for just $299, marked down 80% until July 14th. Alright, next up we have Dadish. This is a challenging 2D platformer that's full of charm and humor. Your kids have gone missing, and you must set off to bring them back home. The game offers more than 50 levels with 5 massive boss battles, all of which are fast food themed. The bright retro graphics and nostalgic soundtrack complement the gameplay wonderfully. And while the game isn't ultra challenging at the start, it does ramp up in difficulty in the later stages, so be prepared for that. If you're interested, Dadish and the sequel are both currently on sale for just $199, marked down 80% until July 19th. Alright, next up we have Diabolic. This is a top-down retro-style adventure RPG, and while the game only lasts a few hours for experienced players, it's quite challenging and could easily take several hours to master. There are 10 levels, each progressively harder until you find yourself at all-out mayhem. One unique feature here is that you'll start off with all of your skills and magic abilities, but you use gold to purchase skill points, and that's how you upgrade your character along the way. If you like these types of darker adventures, you can get Diabolic on sale until July 13th for just $199, marked down 60%. Alright, and next up we have Dimension Drive. This is a vertical shoot 'em up from 2 awesome studios that offers roughly 4 to 5 hours of main story gameplay for either 1 or 2 players in local couch co-op. This is an intense game which features one of the most unique gameplay mechanics that you'll find in these style games. The screen is divided into 2 equal parts, and players can shift or phase between the two on the fly to access new areas, kill enemies, or just progress through the stage in general. This mechanic is implemented so well and in so many ways, and while it can be tough to master, when you do, it's absolutely worth it. And you can even grab a buddy or a family member and add a whole new level of fun to the game. Right now, Dimension Drive is on sale for just $1.99 until July 9th, marked down 85%. Alright, and next up we have Felix the Reaper. This is a single-player, puzzle-style adventure game from Dadish Entertainment, and the main story will last roughly 10 hours or so. We play as Felix. He's a Reaper who's fallen in love, and he has a mission to impress the woman he loves, by ensuring that she stays busy and teaching himself to dance. This is a unique puzzler where players will have the ability to manipulate the sun and cast shadows onto the ground depending on where the sun is located. Players can only move in the shadows, so this mechanic becomes pretty important throughout the game. If you like puzzle-style adventures, make sure to get Felix the Reaper on sale until July 8th, marked down 87% to just $1.99. Alright, next up we have Galaxy Champions TV. This is an arcade-style top-down shooter, available for 1 to 2 players in local co-op, and offers countless hours of gauntlet-style mayhem. This one is heavily inspired by older games like Smash TV, and features brutal, fast-paced, run-and-gun action with insane boss fights, tons of upgrades, and multiple game modes as well. And if you feel up to it, there's even an endless champions mode, but good luck though, as it can become pretty chaotic. If this one looks good to you, make sure to grab it up until July 9th for just $1.99, marked down 72%. Alright, next up we have Genetic Disaster. This is a co-op action game based around absurd guns, crazy characters, and features procedurally generated levels to keep the game fresh and fun. The game offers local co-op for up to 4 players, but it will adapt entirely based on how many people you have playing together. You'll be able to find and collect more than 70 unique and powerful weapon upgrades, and choose between 4 playable characters. Along the way, you'll be able to upgrade or mutate your heroes using one of the more than 50 possible mutations to choose from. So if you like co-op adventures, make sure to grab this one up before July 5th. It's on sale for just $3.44, marked down 77%. Alright, next up we have Lost Castle. This is a roguelike 2D action RPG beat 'em up for up to 4 players in local and online co-op from developer Hunter Studios, and the game will take more than 20 hours to complete, making it a great value, especially when on sale. The game features randomly generated dungeons, items, enemies, and bosses, all in this hardcore retro-inspired beat 'em up. There are more than 150 weapons to find, with over 50 armor upgrades to locate. And this version includes all play modes and extra features, and it runs great on the Switch in docked and handheld modes. Make sure to grab this one up before July 12th for just $3.99, marked down 60%. Alright, and next up we have Lumo. This is a single-player isometric platformer from Rising Star Games and will take players roughly 6 to 7 hours to complete. Lumo is a love letter to the golden age of gaming, the late 80s and early 90s, with the modern twist for today's gamers. There are more than 400 rooms spread across 4 unique environments with loads of secrets to be found. There are even some mini-games hidden throughout as well. This is a peaceful game with a nice soothing soundtrack and some amazing in-game graphics and sound effects. If you like these older style isometric puzzlers, make sure to check out Lumo before July 19th, marked down 90% to just $1.99. Alright, next up we have Manticore Galaxy on Fire. This is a single player shoot 'em up and will take players roughly 8 to 10 hours to complete. The story takes place over 3 main acts and sees the player flying spectacular spaceships, mastering challenging missions, and exploring a beautifully handcrafted universe in this sci-fi action shooter. Our mission is to take out the galaxy's most wanted criminals in action-packed dogfights. This game runs great on the Switch and it looks amazing as well. If you like shoot 'em ups, make sure to give this one a look before July 7th. It's marked down 80% to just $3.99. Alright, and next up we have Metaloid Origin. This is a single-player, fast-paced run-and-gun shooter from developer Retro Revolution, with a main story that will last roughly 4 or 5 hours. We take on the role of one of 3 playable characters to dash or blast our way through 9 different stages in an attempt to thwart the invading robot army. The game is often compared to Mega Man X or Metal Gear, and it does feel and play a lot like those titles. The controls are tight, the graphics and sound all go well with the game, it's all just a great time overall. There are some minor translation issues, but nothing that will break the immersion for those who only speak English. If you like these tough side-scrolling shooters, you can grab this one up for just $3.49 until July 13th, marked down 50%. Alright, next up we have Mini Motor Racing X. This is an arcade-style racer, and it offers multiplayer action for both online and local co-op battles for up to 4 players in both modes. The main story will last roughly 6 to 8 hours, but the main draw for most people will once again be the multiplayer action. The game features all of the standard modes such as career, time trials, and regular races, but there's also bonus party modes that are themed around popular minigames like bumper ball and micromotor racing. For me with these type of games, I personally always love driving from within inside the car, so I even picked it up in VR. But when it's on sale, it's a really good value, and if you think you'll like this one, make sure to grab it up before July 15th for just $3.99, marked down 80%. Okay, next up we have one of the more unique titles on the list, Mousecraft. This is a single-player strategy puzzler from the Crunching Koalas, and it can take players roughly 5 to 10 hours depending on how long the puzzles stump you. Now this is an A to B style puzzle game where players will help a mad cat scientist to finish building his mouse-powered invention. Players will stack and align Tetris-style blocks in order to create a safe path for the mice to travel along. And while it sounds simple, it can become quite complex at points. There are even some collectibles to find and will require some clever use of the blocks. If this game looks or sounds interesting, just make sure to grab it up before July 12th for just $2.99, marked down 70%. Alright, and next up we have My Memory of Us. This is a single player adventure that will take players roughly 5 to 7 hours to complete, and this one is a unique game that features a gripping story narrated by Patrick Stewart. The story is told from the perspective of an old shop owner, and one of his customers sets in motion a flood of long lost memories that come rushing back. We get to relive his memories with him and play as one of the 2 childhood best friends. This game is set during World War II and features some pretty mature themes and visuals, so please keep that in mind. If you're interested in picking this one up, make sure to check it out before July 12th, on sale for just $2.99, marked down 80%. Alright, next up we have the Phantom Doctrine. This is a single-player strategy RPG from Forever Entertainment, offering more than 50 hours of gameplay. This is an immersive story, interweaving multiple historical events and characters to bring to life the reality of the harsh Cold War from a unique perspective. Featuring next-gen turn-based combat for flexible movement and actions, an expanded battlefield allowing players to call in reinforcements during the battle, and again 50 plus hours of campaign, there's a lot of value here. Right now it's currently available for 90% off, marked down to just $1.99 until July 15th. Alright, next up we have Polyroll. This is a single-player retro-style 2D platform adventure title from Spicy Gyro Games and will take roughly 4 to 6 hours to complete. Players will jump and roll through more than 30 levels with unique enemies, hidden secrets, and challenging bosses. Equipped with our super shell, we'll set off on a journey across the land to save our friends from the evil Kaiser Kiwi. This game is oozing with charm, and the colorful bug-themed worlds look great on the Switch. Polyroll is on sale until July 19th for just $2.99, marked down 70%, and I think you're going to have a great time with it. Alright, and next up we have Rogue Aces. This is an arcade-style 2D shooter from Infinite State Games with a main campaign that will last roughly 8 to 10 hours. Now this is basically a 2D aerial combat roguelike, featuring a unique solo campaign combined with a great multiplayer party game. Featuring multiple game modes designed for up to 4 players offline. Both single player and multiplayer modes are a blast though. There's a lot of value here, especially when you can catch it on sale. The graphics and controls are great on the Switch, and right now you can grab it up before July 19th for 80% off, marked down to just $2.59. Alright folks, and if you reach this point, that's the end of the new games featured on today's list. However, there are still some great games that carried over from last episode, so I'll spotlight a few of those here in part 2 of the video. Thank you all again for watching. I can't thank you enough. Please stay safe and make sure to leave me a comment to read below the video. Thank you again so much. You're the heart of our channel. Have a great day if you're heading out. If you're sticking around, part 2 is coming up next. Next up we have Ellie. This is a single player 3D puzzle platformer with a top-down view from publisher Banana Kid and will take roughly 6 to 7 hours to complete. Fans of games like Super Mario Odyssey and other modern 3D platformers may find some fun in this little adventure, which features a likable protagonist and some cleverly designed puzzles for the player to solve along the way. Now, while you can definitely tell that this is made by a small team, the actual gameplay is solid and offers a great platforming experience with solid controls and beautiful scenery. The designs of the levels and puzzles work so well together also, and this may be the most gripping part of the whole game. Ellie also features a simple control scheme, which is great for both kids and adults alike. If you're into puzzle-style platformers, give Ellie a shot, currently on sale until July 5th for just $1.99, marked down 75%. Alright, and next up we have Flood of Light. This is a single-player 2D puzzle platformer from publisher Indie Nova and will take players roughly 6 to 8 hours to complete. Now this, like I said, is a puzzle game that focuses on gorgeous art and mesmerizing music. Players will take control of a young girl who finds herself in a city that has been completely flooded with water and must use your ability to control the light in order to solve puzzles. Each puzzle that you solve causes the water to lower gradually until you finally clear the city and save the day. The story has some nice twists and reveals itself to be much more than what it seems at first, and there are 9 playable chapters spanning more than 60 levels that progressively get harder and more complex as you go. This is another one of those retro narrative-driven style games that we really enjoy on the channel, so there's a lot of value here when it's on sale, and right now the game is currently marked down 50% until July 8th for just $2.49. Alright, and next up we have Golazo. This is a wild sports title coming to us from Purple Tree and offers unlimited hours of local couch co-op fun for up to 4 players. Golazo is a no-holds-barred, no-rules, all-out, chaotic football game with more than 50 teams to choose from and some custom visual options to give you a true retro arcade feel from decades past. There are a couple of different modes to play and optional power-ups to add some mayhem to the action as well. This game reminded me of NFL Blitz from back in the day, just the, American soccer or football version. And like with those games, they've shrunk down the playing field, which forces the action more often. If you like the old school early classics like Goal from the old 8-bit days, I think this might just give you a strong nostalgic feeling and be right up your alley again. If you think this is a game for you, make sure to grab it up on sale before July 12th, marked down 73% to just $4.04. Alright, and now we have Little Man's pick for the week, which is Letter Quest Remastered. This is a single-player puzzle-style RPG coming to us once again from Digerati with a main campaign that will last roughly 8 to 10 hours, and potentially double that for completionists. Now this is a twist on the standard RPG genre, and rather than normal attacks and magic, players will have to spell out words, and each word will do damage based on how complex that word was. Now while that looks and sounds simple, sometimes you have to be careful because some letters can hurt you, so you can't use them to make a word or else you'll do damage to yourself, while other times, words and letters can have double damage depending on the modifier. This mechanic really does add some strategic thinking to the game, but perhaps the most welcome feature is that there's no timer, so it makes it easier for younger players so they don't get filled up with anxiety as they try to learn and spell a new word. Overall, I think this was a great idea. I mean, it's a fun game that gives young players a better understanding of the English language while having some fun. If you have a younger family member, or perhaps it looks like it's fun for you yourself, you can grab this one up until July 1st, marked down 75% to just $2.99. Check it out. Okay folks, if you made it this far, as always, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us. We know everyone's busy and we appreciate you giving us a few minutes of your day. Please hit that like button and smash the subscribe button on the way out. It costs you nothing and it means so much to us to help support the channel. Plus, like I said before, you'll be entered into a giveaway each week for one of the 2 free Eshop gift cards that we give to our subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed, like the video, leave me a comment on any of the Eshop videos so I can find your name and put you on the list. Other than that though, please everyone just stay safe, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright little man.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!